Welcome everybody, I'm your detective host Igor Academy channel, and today we're gonna discuss episode 6 of From, which hopefully is gonna be a good discussion. So far it kinda looks like the 2 weeks break was not very good for me. Since I wasn't even releasing that many videos during this period, I think I released only one video and that's it. So yeah, so far it kind of looks like there is gonna be a problem for me to get some views on my latest video. It's doing way worse than every other video I was releasing on From, so that's a bad situation, but I guess we're gonna have to live with it and wake up and get back to full strength. Now, in this life, in case you are here for the first time, this is not a monologue, even though it kind of is, because you're gonna be hearing only my voice. But this is not me coming to you right now with some kind of a theory or whatever. I've just finished editing my video about 4 hours ago. And so there's pretty much nothing new I have for you right now, but I would love to talk to you. This is when I dive into the chat and we discuss everything basically. Whatever you want to talk about, and we usually talk about From here, but I also more than happy to talk to you about Widow's Bay. Also, I have a question for you, my audience. Is it something that you're interested in? Is it something that you advise me to check? This TV show called Sugar with Colin Farrell. Second season is about to be released in the middle of June. And I've heard really good things about season 1, and I have no idea, by the way, whether it's a TV show for my channel or not. But I'm not necessarily looking for something that has to be supernatural. I'm looking for something that will allow me to deep dive and to watch the TV show with the focus, in mind, not just, ooh, TV show, which is nice. So let's see who we have in the chat. We have the Sound Grips. Hello everyone, Sound Grip, hello to you too. We have the BWest5704. Hi Frombies. We have ERCN1903. Keep up the good work. Always looking forward to your videos on Sundays. Keep looking for my videos on Mondays too, and on Tuesdays, and hopefully on Wednesdays and Thursdays. After 2 weeks of a break, I need to come back strong, and I need to make as many videos as possible. My Widow's Bay video is almost ready. I mean, it's need to be edited, but it's probably something I'm going to be able to do only tomorrow. It's not the same level of deep dive as From, obviously. I just cannot allow myself to spend so much time on Widow's Bay because, like views-wise, ergo financial-wise, it's not really beneficial for me. But you can see that I'm already preparing something interesting. You can see I'm starting to work on my Miro board here. I have the horrors of the Widow's Bay, and I'm putting myself some notes after rewatching the history of Widow's Bay. And by the way, for some people it's probably gonna be spoilers, so I'm just gonna be woo, moving fast, so you're not gonna be able to catch anything. But you can see that I'm approaching this with seriousness, with enough seriousness, because there are some interesting mysteries in this TV show, even though it's definitely not a mystery box TV show. It's not there to, to slow burn anything. Every episode is freaking fantastic. Yeah, there are some moments where basically not that much happens, but in every episode you have something very interesting. And this is, I think, a very good sign for this TV show. So yeah, we have here, hello Igor, just dropped in to say hi. Sadly I cannot stay on the stream since for some unknown reason we get the new episode a whole day later here in Romania, so I haven't been able to watch it yet. I'm gonna tell you honestly, there's I don't even know when the episode is dropping in Georgia here, but my friend Jack Sparrow always helps me with this situation. Hey, Sound Creeps, Darius, same, have to pirate, just finished watching. Exactly. I did it for the first couple of episodes, but after all, I don't pay for HBO for nothing. I have HBO, by the way, no from unfortunately there because, you know, locations, this stupid shit with this, locations based. Like the first time I remember traveling and opening Netflix and suddenly seeing so many TV shows that I'm not being able to see in my place. And I was like, why the fuck am I paying more? For some reason. And it's very interesting, like my wife, she used to have like Turkish Netflix, and it was like something like $2 a month, like something ridiculous, like you don't even notice that you paid this, and it's probably way more titles there, so it's like stupid shit, probably why we all need VPN. But I'm not a big fan of VPN, so I'm using only when I really need, like there's a website that I just basically blocked in my location, then I'm gonna use VPN. Hi everyone, Patri Duarte 3845 here with us. I was kind of disappointed about the episode, but after watching the video I realized there was so much interesting points. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I cannot say that I was disappointed about this episode. But you know, after 2 weeks, and you can tell me that this is not their fault, they definitely couldn't plan that the Memorial Day is gonna be blah blah blah, even though they definitely planned this, but they could have released the episode on Monday, they could have released the episode on Saturday, Friday, whatever. Like, they could have moved the episode just one day before or one day after. Many TV shows before them done that. They decided to make this hiatus of 2 weeks. Why? I mean, for me it kind of worked out pretty well because my mom was visiting, and she been here a whole week between Tuesday to Tuesday, so it's kind of like I had a full Sunday with her, and if there was an episode on Saturday, whatever, I would miss the whole day with my mom, whom I didn't see for 8 months. So obviously it was good for me, but you know, also business-wise, if I can say so, it's not a really good decision. So yeah, after 2 weeks, and especially since episode 5 was so far the highest rated episode of the TV show. From all of 35 episodes, already 36, episode 5 was the highest rated. So, you know, the hype is like on its ultimate level. And I can see as a YouTuber, I can see the amount of views. I had like 60,000 views on the review. And in the review for episode 6, if I'm gonna get to 20K, I'm gonna be a happy guy, because so far it looks like shit. Like the views are very bad. You can see, let me show you. I can show it to you here. Like, this is the dashboard, so it's showing me that it's number 6 out of 10. So episode 6 is, during this time, during the first 2 hours, it's 4,000 views. And episode 5 at the same time was already on 8,000 views. So twice as good. And this difference between them is only getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So yeah, that's shit for me. This is, by the way, one of the minuses of being a YouTuber. It doesn't really matter the effort you put. It most important thing is, like, if you're gonna get enough recommendations, if there's gonna be enough people watching your videos. So I wouldn't say I was disappointed. I don't think it was a bad episode, but after 2 weeks, you want something more. It's like episode 1 of season 4 was a blast, right? We got a lot. Episode 1 of season 3 was a blast. We got a lot. So after a big wait, you get something that basically satisfies you. And now after 2 weeks, we basically got nothing. Now for me, I wouldn't say nothing. And as you said, I did find a lot of things, but I value episodes. Sometimes I watch an episode and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to make a review. And I don't need to look for little details and find the bowling pins, because there's enough information for me for 25-30 minutes of a review. There's so much to talk about. I just need to focus on the best things. And after today's episode, I finished the episode. I was like, okay, I need to rewatch it really closely right now and start looking for something, because there's absolutely nothing I can talk about. So then I was like already seeing, oh, okay, the bowling pins, and then there's this moment and this moment, and the Golem of Prague, and Boyd with his new power, and like the most interesting, obvious thing for me was the Man in Yellow and Blood, which is very interesting, and I'm already thinking in my head about a video about the Man in Yellow, who is the Man in Yellow, and I really want to make it good, because my video about the Boy in White is pretty much doing really well, both views and also it will allow me to buy a lot of diapers for Evan, which is right now my biggest motivation in life, is buy diapers and something tasty for this little guy. So yeah, I want to make those kind of videos, more of those. And episode 6, once again, it feels like a setup. And when you're watching episode 2 and episode 3 of the new season, you can accept a lot of setups for something new to come. Episode 6 already, you want more, and especially this is already almost the last season, right? This is season 4. Season 5 is going to be the final one. We cannot go around and like Boyd, I just want to, what you're saying is, so what you want to tell me is, wait a second, are you I need something to move on. We need more things to develop. I don't know. I'm saying we, this is a royal we, obviously, because I can only speak for myself. What I'm saying is that as a YouTuber, I need more. As a fan of this TV show, I also need more. I cannot say that episode 6 is a bad one. Like I wrote it today in my Telegram that I think this is the worst episode of season 4. And a lot of people wrote to me like, oh, now I don't even want to watch it. And I'm like, we as a community and as people living in 2026, we need to start prioritizing only the best of the best. Like right now, if you say about a movie or a TV show that it's not the best thing ever, oh my god, this is genius, I don't know, this is the best ever, and it's like, then it means that this is the shit, like you don't really need to watch it, this is horrible. So there is still the middle ground, right? So the episode is not bad, I enjoyed the episode, I'm just thinking that in comparison to the previous episode, it's worse. It's not bad, but it's worse than the previous episode that we have seen. That's a pretty long answer for a question that nobody answered. But then again, if you're not new to my channel, you know exactly how it goes here. Okay, I don't think Donna had a heart attack. So what do you think happened there? I mean, there is this whole place dying here, and if you die, you move somewhere. Now, even in our world, there are so many stories about people experiencing a clinical death and then seeing themselves lying in the bed. So maybe Donna is experiencing something similar here. Maybe, after she'll be able to talk, hopefully she'll be able to talk, because many times after heart attack, some people can't really recover if they actually recover from the heart attack. So, if she was able, I'm hoping that she saw some kind of lake. This is for me, fingers crossed. I'm hoping she was like, I've seen the lake. And it is like, it's the lake of tears. Da-da-da-da-dum. Wave, hello Igor, hello, hi Igor and Romilly. I haven't been here for almost a month because I had a job. Lost it anyway, but at least I can be here again on 10 p.m. Look, I really hope that at some point you will be able to find a job that will allow you to go to my live streams, especially since it's kind of late right now as far as I know. So yeah, let's find you a job. Let's all cross fingers and send good wishes to Supernatural Escapist that you'll be able to find a good job that starts in the morning and hopefully is over somewhere at 4 p.m., 3 p.m. So half of the day is yours for whatever you want to do. Carol Binhotso 6476. Hi Igor, want to know if you believe Donna's cups have Phoenix printed? It always means something. I actually looked at the cups, right? And I was trying to use the Google similar image, trying to find those cups, and it kind of told me that it looks a lot like an old whiskey glass drinkings, like something from the 60s, 70s. I find some similar cups and I didn't spend so much time on it. But Phoenix, do you think it was Phoenix, by the way? Let's open this one. I don't remember it's been in Phoenix. I remember it's been some kind of a chicken. Where are those glasses? Okay, yeah. Oh my god, I'm good. Come on, you gotta admit it. I'm good. Like, what it took me, like 3 seconds to find the glasses? I need already to have some kind of a, I don't know, some kind of a game show about From, or we need the university diploma about From, because I can definitely qualify. So, yeah, I don't know, like 1 second. It kind of looks a lot to me like, maybe it is. Maybe it is. There is a Russian name in my head, and maybe it's a Phoenix, so I'm just checking with Google Translate here whether it's the same thing. Firebird. No, it's like, what, you were you listening to me? It's not Phoenix. He's even saying to me it's not Phoenix, it's something else. I don't know, but I'm definitely not an expert in birds. So if it's Phoenix, then obviously symbol of reincarnation, right? You know, you die and you're being reborn again. So, but how it is connected to Donna, she kind of did die, right? Christy was there already, ready completely to give up. She's like, that's it. Donna is dead. Everybody go home. And then Boyd was like, no, you're not dying until I fucking say you die. And suddenly she's alive. So that's very interesting. Scared to start watch Widow's Bay. I believe it could disappoint me if it's not as good as From. I don't want to spoil anything about the Widow's Bay, because like, in order for me to tell you actually how good it is, I need to tell you about the story. Now, what can I say without spoiling it? It's not exactly like From. Okay, like every time people are asking me, and especially on my Russian channel, I get this question a lot, is can you recommend me something that is like From? Now, From has a lot of interesting aspects to it, so I don't know exactly what is for you like From, because Lost is like From because it's both mystery box TV shows, right? Hopefully with very interesting solutions eventually that will satisfy most of the fan base. Not like it happened with Lost, even though I'm definitely not a Lost hater. I love this TV show, and I think they kind of finished it not bad at all. Now, but you also can look at Midnight Mass, for example, and it also looks a lot like From, because it's an isolated island and there's something fucked up happening there, which is very supernatural. But there is no mystery box element, it's pretty much on the surface. I think if you're watching TV shows, for example, Midnight Mass is not going to be surprising to you what the hell is going on there, and who's the bad guy and who's the good guy. So I don't know exactly what it is, but Widow's Bay, what I love about it is, first of all, the acting is incredible, top tier. Matthew Rhys is the main protagonist, and the guy, I forget his name, Steven something, that plays Wick, let's say the friend of the main guy. Both of them are playing extremely well. Like episode 5, if anybody who has seen Widow's Bay, do you remember what was happening in episode 5? The way Matthew Rhys was acting in this episode, I was laughing, I was hypnotized. I think just for the scene when he was talking to his constituents, it's just remarkable. Absolutely one of the best moments I have seen this year. If you're looking for supernatural, you're gonna get a lot of it, like a lot. Every episode there is something new. Like in From, every season we get something new. Like we have the first season, mostly Frombies. The second season, we have the cicadas, etc. The third season, we have, what do we have? Well, pretty much nothing, right? We have just everybody going looking for revelations. And season 4, we have the Man in Yellow and some nightmares. So I'm exaggerating, of course, and From we have the lighthouse, we have the caves, we have of course the scarecrow monsters now, and we have the spiders. So we have enough in From, but in Widow's Bay, every episode you have something mysterious, something mystical, something new. And it's not random. At least maybe for the first episode, it kind of looks random, but there's a big lore, a history behind this island. That it's not going to be, by the way, held away from you until season 5 or something like this. So you know what happened in the beginning of everything and how this place got so fucked up, but also it's not revealing every card for you. You're still gonna stay with some questions about this place. So it's both funny and it's both scary. We have some, it's really engaging. You have a lot of interesting questions. The acting is superb. After first 2 episodes, I was kind of liking it, but I was not convinced. After episode 3, I was already like, well, okay, I really like this TV show. After episode 4, I'm hooked. I'm like, please give, if this TV show is not gonna get second season, if it's gonna be canceled, if it's not gonna get enough views, I'm gonna be super sad. I mean, I survived 1899, if you remember this TV show by the same creators of Dark, which was an incredible TV show, and 1899 also was very good. But it was Netflix stupid release all the episodes all together, and let's spend, I don't know, $200 million on the TV show and expect people to be hooked up right away, and didn't work out, unfortunately. So that was really sad and upsetting, but Widow's Bay is probably gonna be even worse for me. So I really hope that Apple TV Plus is gonna put some money and gonna give us second season, because for me, Widow's Bay is the best new TV show of 2026. I'm about to have my college final Excel, but right after that, I'm definitely watching Widow's Bay. If Igor says it's good, I definitely have to watch it. Also, like every time I'm saying this, I'm recommending you something. I never want to sound, I hate people that like, ooh, you're definitely going to love it. No, but I'm definitely 100% confident that if you love From, you should give it a try. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be hooked up the same way as I am, because we're all different people. We're all not going to have the same everything, right? But there is a very high chance that if you liked From, and if there are some things that annoy you why you love From, which for me is definitely true, I think Widow's Bay is definitely gonna scratch that itch. Sorry. Okay. We talked about the Phoenix. I'm about to have, yes, same with me. HBO No From, hate it so much. Even VPN didn't work. Okay, it seems like Donna is becoming the Dean Winchester of From in the way that she almost dies, then come back every episode. I hope that it's and they wouldn't kill her for good. Well, if like when she started to fall, if you remember my review of the teaser for episode 6, I was even saying like they're reviving either Henry or Donna. But it doesn't make any sense to me that Donna is just gonna suddenly fall and, you know, something's gonna happen to her. When nothing this is not the TV show when people just die because they're having a heart attack. So there has to be something more than that. If they would probably kill Donna, if they would decide to kill Donna from the heart attack, it wouldn't have this dramatic effect of, you know, like, oh my God, like those stories about the Holocaust, like when people in ghettos were already saved by the soldiers and they were fed by the soldiers, but since they were starved for years and years and years, their stomach couldn't handle this new food and this amount of food, so some of them actually died. So this is dramatic effect of, you know, surviving the ghetto, surviving the Nazis, and actually seeing already the light in the end of the tunnel, being rescued by the Allies or by the Soviet army, and then dying from food poisoning. So this is like, you know, the law of Murphy on steroids. Like this is the most not fair, let's say not the most fair resolution to your life that you can possibly think. And then Donna surviving the thrombus and suddenly dying from heart attack, it wouldn't have the same effect for me. It would feel like completely ridiculous and doesn't make any sense story-wise. So if something like this is happening to Donna, it's supposed to serve the story, and the story is moving only towards the answers of the mysteries that we are having here in this TV show. So it definitely gonna bring us somehow closer to whatever we are looking for. If Donna dies, I think her death will have to be an example. She's too much of a pillar in the community for the men in yellow to not take advantage to make her an example, to crush their hope again. I don't think Donna is gonna die. I don't know. Once again, I think the main point of this, I don't know if I'm correct or not, but once again, it's only intuitive. Like, this is intuition. Christy gave up, and then Boyd said, you're not gonna die until I fucking say you can die. And then she comes back to life. Now we are seeing that you can will nightmares to life here. You can, by the way, Golem, if you watched my video, in order to make Golem to become alive, one of the stories is basically telling that you need to write on his forehead the word emet, which is truth in Hebrew. So truth, like you will things into existence, it becomes real. Truth is also emet, amiti is real. So maybe it's somehow here, like we are seeing nightmares coming to life. I don't know. We've seen Jade already screaming to the sky and telling like, "Give me answers," etc. So something is here. I think this is mostly why we have seen this moment, why it was written in the script for us. Okay. Anyway, but so far not a concrete answers. A lot of feelings and intuition, but once again, it's probably gonna sound a little bit like I'm too ahead of myself, or maybe I'm just a little bit thinking too much of myself. But once again, intuition is basically you searching in your subconscious, and my subconscious is freaking full with from material and from information. So I kind of trust my intuition at this point already, even though obviously I can be wrong. We have found out that Fatima's golem is the golem of Prague. This is the reason why she's doing it at the attic, I suppose. Well, you know, it's not exactly the golem of Prague. She's just telling this story because this is the most famous story about the golem. Once again, you're not gonna find golem, as far as I know, you're not gonna find golem in the Bible, in the Old Testament, in the Hebrew Bible. This is just a mythology of some sort. And the most famous story is the Golem of Prague. And I think I was even talking about the Golem of Prague even after episode 3 when she started to make the Golem. So, but I don't remember exactly 100%, so don't catch me on my word here. Hello, how great to see you again. Thank you for your videos. I love your channel. Let's hope, Lola, that those kind of breaks are not going to happen again. Probably will happen again because, you know, unfortunately, I'm a grown-up with a family. No, I'm kidding, of course. I'm very happy that I'm a grown-up with a family, but definitely I've been saying this many times. I wish I was that much in focus with all the knowledge that I have about YouTube when I was in my 20s. Because when you're single, this is the time for you to make YouTube. I mean, there's a lot of good time to make YouTube also when you're in your 60s. But when you have a child who is 1.5 years old and you're still like want to spend time with your wife, so yeah, like, but YouTube demands a lot of effort and a lot of time. So yeah, hopefully we're gonna spend way more time together because I really want to make this YouTube thing as much as possible to my main source of income, what feeds my family. Because this is the most fun, like, right? Every job is basically, of course, demanding, right? It's not like editing those videos, filming those videos, putting yourself in front of the camera, whatever is going on with it. Like today I slept, I think 3.5 hours. Yesterday Evan had a fever. So we were like, we are not those parents that basically, you know, everything's gonna be fine. No, we are putting an alarm clock every half an hour to check on him if the fever, if it's getting higher or if it's staying the same, if he needs to get more medicine. So we went to sleep around 3 a.m. and at 6 a.m. I was already waking up, and between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. we were waking up, me and my wife waking up, checking him, etc. So yeah, and then I woke up and like preparing myself, buying some coffee for my wife, blah 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 blah. So this is basically what I'm saying. It's a little bit more difficult in this kind of life situation, but also it's really rewarding. So and watching the video, so I'm putting myself in front of the camera. I even forgot my point why I started to talk about this live. So I'm definitely running on fumes here already. Not that many calories and energy right now in my body, but if I'm putting myself in front of a camera, I cannot make a video when I'm like, okay, everybody, let's talk about prom. So there is a lot of difficult things in life, but this is also like with family. Raising a kid, it's extremely difficult, extremely, but it's also the best thing I ever did in my life. And being a YouTuber is also very difficult, and there's a lot of bad things happening, like today when my video didn't matter how much effort I put in it, but still, the views are pretty shitty. But it's also like I'm almost 40 years old. I'm almost 39. Like in December, I'm going to 39. So a year and a half and I'm going to be 40, which is in most situations, this is half of your life already. So I've been working many jobs. I never worked a job as long as I'm doing YouTube, and I never enjoyed the job as much as I'm enjoying YouTube. So for me, if I'm going to be able, like when I'm saying in the end of the video, thank you so much for making my dream come true, everybody who's watching my videos, this is not an exaggeration, because honestly, this is a dream come true. I wish that I wouldn't need to edit videos for businesses or build new websites, etc., etc. I would do every day, I would watch an episode of something, deep dive into it, find interesting information, and make a video about this. This would be a dream life for me. Yep, so we have found that Fatima's golem is the golem. We read this. Okay, when Boy talked to her, he could have summoned something else. No, but when she woke up, she said, Boyd, you think that's something else right now in Donna's body? I don't think so. I don't know. Sounds not really plausible to me, honestly. Igor, please check out the Oceanis Lake, if I can pronounce it correctly. When Switzerland names are difficult, it could literally be the Lake of Tears, because according to a local legend, the lake was formed from the endless tears of the heartbroken giantess. Really? Okay. Let's... all I did, I just found the image. I did the similar image search, like, the similar image in... Google, and I just upload the image from the TV show, and it told me what is the name of the lake. That's it. So does it have a Wikipedia page? Hopefully in English. Sprechen? No, I'm definitely not sprechen. History, tourism, transport gallery. Ocean Lake, legends. Let's write legends and myths. Can you see my screen? You're seeing my screen. Good. Okay. Switzerland, by the way, I've been twice to Switzerland. What a beautiful country. Wow. It's like, if I'm not talking about Zurich or something like this, but probably also beautiful, but not that much of my time. But I've been to Lauterbrunnen, and I've been to... I forgot the name of the town. It was a long time ago, but oh my God, such a beautiful country. Magical experience. Okay, so let's say legends and myths. Lake of Tears. Let's say Lake of Tears. Can you send me the link where you read that this is the Lake of Tears that was created from tears? Maybe in Discord or something? I would love to read about it, but I'm definitely gonna spend right now too much time looking for it. This is something that I should probably do not in a live stream, but on my own time. But if you're on my Discord, then please send it to me somewhere here. If you are not there, so it's time for you to join in. But I'm definitely gonna write it to myself here somewhere as a note. Check more information about the lake. I was thinking about the Lake of Tears, and then it's Switzerland, so I'm like, what's even the connection between Switzerland and whatever is happening in Rome. So I didn't even dig in this direction. Check more about the lake in Switzerland. Evening sit and spin. I agree with you. I also expected more after that 2 weeks wait. They could have given us 2 episodes at least. I like, as an audience, I understand you. As a YouTuber, God, thank you so much they didn't release 2 episodes, because I would fucking hate it. It doesn't make any... For me, like, if there is episode 6 and 7, there is no point for me to make a review of episode 6 and episode 7. So I'm losing a review. I'm going to make a review of 2 episodes. And yeah, so I think it's actually good that they released 1 episode. It looks like people are kind of even forgot about this TV show. People are reminded about this with YouTubers releasing videos about this TV show. So hopefully till episode 7, we're gonna get the audience back. The Man in Yellow, Sophia slowly finding the weak leaks of the town has me excited. Yeah, but once again, there's only 4 episodes left. So let's move on. Let's pick up the pace and start making things happen when them tearing each other apart. So hopefully, I really hope, I've been saying this I think many times, I don't want to see Sophia exposed in, I don't know, episode 8 of season 5. Please, no. Please, please, please. Let's not make it like the main theme. Suddenly in episode 8, they discover that this is the Man in Yellow. And they're been spending time talking to each other about stupid shit for I don't know how many episodes. So hopefully not. It was hard to top episode 5. It was the best of the season. Agreed. Even though I also liked episode 1 very much, and but as I told you, on IMDb it's the highest rated episode of the TV show so far. The characters are starting to come together and talk. I felt some progress and I was happy with the episode. Yeah, I agree, but once again, like, as soon as they started to talk about the door, I was sitting with myself, so obviously I don't have any witnesses that will corroborate my story, but I was like telling myself, well, they're definitely gonna find the door in the end of the episode. Now, the reason why I thought about they're gonna find the door in the end of the episode is because I've seen the teaser with Boyd breaking up the wall. If I wouldn't have seen the teaser, I would probably think that they're gonna find the door in the end of the season. Because, you know, the pace from usually is pretty slow. I didn't know about that. We have a new member. Thank you so much, Matt Littlejohn 8589. Especially with the amount of views I'm getting on my previous video, on my last video, I definitely need the help. So I appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much for subscribing as a member, and I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Okay, I agree, Igor. I was also frustrated about Bottle, but I don't want to tell you moments. So we had the Victor as usual, him talking to Ethan, and I don't want to tell you, I'm not gonna talk about this. Like, Ethan is a little kid. Ethan has seen already in this place what some people didn't see during the war. Okay, so Ethan is ready to hear whatever you want to hear, wherever you can tell him. I see here, that's weird, I don't see it in YouTube here, but it looks like somebody super chatted $2. Alisa Paquin 1196, you are doing great. I'm seeing this in Streamlabs and I'm not seeing this in YouTube. That's weird. I hope I didn't miss any other super chat here. Anyway, Alisa, thank you so much. I wonder if Donna died and how her nightmare is part of the forest. Look, this is actually something that I want to talk to you about. The nightmares come in part of the forest. It's kind of weird to me, like this whole situation. Do you think it's automated process? Like there is a link to Zapier or something like this? Like when you die, and let's say you have a nightmare, it comes to life already in forest automatically. But then again, like Nathan dies in episode, I think, episode 5 or 6 of season 1. And we get cicadas in the end of season 2. And we get cicadas not exactly from the forest, we get cicadas from Martin's blood, transferred to Boyd, then transferred to Smiley, and then actually appearing out of Smiley as a new nightmare from Nathan's dreams, from Nathan's nightmares. Doesn't feel like an automated process, right? The dolls, which we remember from Tabitha, and by the way, this is another bone to pick up with the creator. So from when Tabitha was like saying, I was a little girl, and I'm like, yeah, I know, and I had dolls, yeah, I know, anything else? And there was this guy, and he threw the doll. Did you remember anything else? In your memories, did you remember, please, anything else? I don't need a fucking recap. I know this. I know you're telling this to Boyd, but once again, it just feels like just a chronological filler for the episode. Like all those conversations, when they're repeating the same shit for every other character. I know we've been complaining that they're not talking, but you can make it a little bit interesting. Say 90% of everything that we know and add another 10% of something that we didn't hear in the previous episode. It will make it more interesting, story-wise and analysis-wise. But what do I know? Anyway, so... Why did it jump so far away, the live chat? MGM Plus made a post encouraging us to watch season 2 episode 2 before watching season 5 episode 6. Good, okay, Leo, because they were reminding us about Martin, obviously, because he transferred blood to Boyd, and now we are seeing it's all a dream, it's all a dream. Now, I've been saying this in the review, it looks like Martin was the man in yellow, but then again, I need some explanation. What the fuck, like why was he doing all this play for Boyd? Oh boy, I'm so difficult for me, I have worms in my body, we are running out of time, oh my god, the worms are coming, please, take them. When in the end, he's just basically, Boyd, come here, scratch, take my blood, motherfucker. So, you could have done this from the very beginning, especially if you're the man in yellow. What's even like being chained to the wall? I would really love... Honestly, I'm definitely gonna accept whatever they're gonna make, of course. But I would love if, you know, the worms in the blood are somehow connected to the man in yellow, and not Martin is the man in yellow, unless he's just way too much into theater and he likes to play. I don't know, kind of weird to me. Don't see it from the logical point of view. Yeah, there was some good stuff, like Sophie putting her blood in Henry's drink. I wonder what's going to happen with that. Like, I was thinking maybe she's trying to turn him into one of the Frombies, because we kind of can assume that, you know, after they killed the children, these people, they probably had to drink the blood with the spiders. You know, the spiders being probably a metaphor for some kind of an evil entity here. But then again, like, Henry didn't sacrifice anybody. He's definitely going to sacrifice his child. But something is gonna happen. I mean, Sophia, the man in yellow, is pretty powerful even without somebody drinking her blood, right? She can basically touch you and you go into coma and you start to convulse there, just like the pastor in episode 1. And so, like, blood will probably give even more control, or blood will transform you into something. Don't know, but yeah, this is an interesting one. There was some good stuff. I wrote about Doll Roger and Mudman coming to life and battle. Haha, that would be, as you said, a lot of CGI. Could they afford it? They can afford something shitty. I mean, we have CW TV shows, all those. You remember Arrow, Schmarrow, Flash, etc., where, you know, CGI was extremely horrible. So, yeah, but it's probably not going to look very good. So, I don't know. still, it's hard for me to see Golem actually coming to life and fighting it out. Oh, I don't know. I know it's like, I really love when Jack Bender was giving an interview to Emmanuel Zed. He said something that he was inspired a lot by the movie Seven with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. And one of the things that Fincher is doing in this movie, I think Fincher is the director, he is not showing you the crime itself. He's showing you the aftermath when the cops already arrive into the crime scene and they're seeing what happened there. And you kind of have to imagine. You use your imagination what was happening there. And this is something that they did in From. They're not showing you the monsters tearing people apart. Even with Tien Chen, they just started a little bit and then they focus on Boyd. And in episode 1, they're not showing you how Megan and her mom are being torn apart by the monsters. You just see it on the next day. You see dead bodies. So there is this realistic moment, this realistic aspect of From. Like, it's not about computer demons, which is, I think, the least scary thing that you can possibly think of. Like, when there's a horror movie and there's a CGI demon flying and grabbing somebody, I don't know who you have to be afraid of that. You need to be like 5 years old, right? Maybe not even that. So if the TV show is gonna be just a cartoonish golem fighting a cartoonish smiley, I think it's not gonna be a good move for this TV show. But then again, we're gonna have to wait and see. Maybe, they're gonna get some kind of a pile of money and they're gonna make it look awesome. Even though I don't know in 2026 who you can surprise or put somebody in awe from CGI graphics. I mean, we are past Marvel age, MCU age. It's not going to impress anybody. Where are all the fear manifestation? Another thing about the fear manifestation. This is definitely, I wanted to say this. Thank you so much for reminding me this. Become part of the forest. Hundreds of people have already died there. Yes, Fromville should be totally teeming with different types of monsters. That's what I'm saying. So many people died here. If everybody who dies, everybody have some kind of a fear, right? I have a fear of heights. So we should probably see a lot of planes flying on top of From and falling, right? This is scary shit for me. Like, this is the scariest thing I can think of in my life. So what's up with that? So exactly what I was trying to lead you into the conclusion that I think is the right one here is that it's not just you die and then automatically your fears, your nightmares become alive. I think there is something here. Like, there is some kind of an agent that makes those nightmares come to life. Now, it could be the man in yellow, because we have seen him touching Marielle and suddenly she's shackled again to the wall and like her nightmare is coming to life. Maybe it's him somehow. Don't know, but so far I don't have any other suspects about this. But it doesn't feel like just you die and this place automatically make your nightmares come to life, because then the forest would be filled with King Kong and Godzilla and demons and spiders, giant spiders, small spiders, a lot of different bugs. What can you be afraid of? Stupid reality TV shows. I don't know. There's so many things that can scare people. Doesn't make sense. I think they need to have some kind of an agent, whatever this is, that activates those fears and turns them into real life. If nobody is left around to be scared of that, to scared of them, then what would be the point? I believe the dolls only came back to life because Tabitha remembers somebody was afraid of them and that dominoed. Maybe I'm still more interested about the song. Like, the song is bugging me. Like, there is this explanation like the song is just part of the nightmare that came to life because little Tabitha was singing the song. And for me, it's okay. I can accept this explanation, but it also sounds a lot like it's in the same area. Like, you remember the Julie, don't you remember me guy? Like, there's an explanation. He was just trying to manipulate Julie, like every other monster. But it's kind of boring one, right? If Julie is coming back in past and seeing this monster, and then he's saying to her in the future already, Julie, don't you remember me? That's way better, right? So I'm hoping that for this song, there's also a way better explanation. Phoenix is a firebird, but I agree it looks like a pheasant. Yeah, it's more like a pheasant. Donna's spirit briefly left the body and animated the golem, but Boyd called her back into her body. That's interesting, but maybe Fatima would have probably noticed that golem started to dance a little bit. Dark is a show I recommend to people, but it's like in the horror aspect. Dark is a show you recommend to people if you want to break their brain. Like, until the TV show is gonna be over, you're not gonna understand most of it, and when it's over, you're still gonna understand just half of it. But I love this TV show. I've seen it 3 times. It's, I think, one of the greatest, if not the greatest TV show ever. Dad and Christy gave up really fast. What if it was Mariel dying? Well, there is like a procedure, I think. Like if you came and she was already dead, technically dead for 5-7 minutes, until Mariel and Christy arrived with defibrillator, right? And then they tried once, they tried twice, they tried 3 times, and nothing happens. So at some point you need to declare the time of death. And I wouldn't say that Christy is completely indifferent towards Donna, right? She would probably want to save her. So I don't know if it's fast enough or not. I'm definitely not a medical expert, but it didn't seem to me too fast. Like 3 hits, I think it's more than enough. Widow Bay is not as good as From, especially on the first 2 episodes, but around episode 3-4 it gets better. Yeah, episode 1-2 of Widow's Bay, you still can't figure out whether it's a comedy or horror show. There are some interesting moments that you pick up that can be, you know, like you raise your eyebrow, like there's a character, like I'm 39 and there's a character that is also 39, but he looks like twice my age. So there are some interesting moments there, but it's not like exactly, oh my god, what is going on there? But then when you start to realize that it's all a big pattern, like this, all of the events are pattern of something, so yeah, it kind of start make sense. You understand you're watching not just, you know, like those kind of TV shows or movies, they're usually called Playground or something like this, or like fair kind of TV shows when you have a lot of different things and you just get a little bit of this, a little bit of that. No, it's all just one big story and just looks in the beginning like there's a monster of the week kind of thing. So yeah, Widow's Bay is definitely very, very much recommended. Igor just found the original cub, gold pheasant, that in China it's almost the same as a Chinese phoenix. I don't know if it actually means anything. So far I'm not exactly convinced. Maybe I'm wrong here, but I'm not convinced that it's gonna mean something. Meteoris was great on episode 5, I agree, there are a lot of supernatural stuff, but also a lot of filler talking scenes, so sometimes I find it hard to concentrate. There is, I wouldn't call it a filler, once again, because this TV show has a lot of comedy elements, so there's a lot of like, there are kind of weird people living in this place. So yeah, well, everything has some kind of filler moments if you consider dialogues as a filler. I hope we aren't done with the spider and all the webs Boyd ran into the forest. Gives me Final Defense videos vibes of the place to stop you from escaping. Look, I really love, I don't know if it's my theory or somebody came up before me, that the Lake of Tears is blocked by the spider webs. And the spider is basically stealing souls and creating nightmares out of those souls. Like he's the one that's creating those nightmares. I heard good things about Spider Noir, but haven't had time to watch it. Yes, I also heard good things about Spider Noir from people I trust. But also, once again, like, where do I have the time to watch it? I'm rewatching, like, I'm watching Widow's Bay as part of my YouTube job. And when I'm completely dead and it's 2 a.m., I'm rewatching Suits. I love Suits. One of my favorite TV shows. It's like the whole TV show is basically working the same formula. Like, oh my God, we've been slapped by subpoena because law 7456. Oh no, what are we gonna do? We're all gonna die. Next scene, I don't know, Harvey and Mike talking to each other, or Mike talking to Rachel or to Louis or anybody. And they're like, oh my God, I remember my grandma, she used to eat popcorn when she watched Predator. Yeah, huh, Predator. Oh my god, Predator. Mike, you're a genius. Predator Law of 74. We got them by the balls. Next scene, Harvey. I'm gonna slap you with Subpoena 754 because of the Predator rule. So, 9 seasons of that, and I could have 19 seasons of that. I don't know, I just love this TV show. This is my guilty pleasure, I guess, also, even though I'm definitely not feeling guilty about this TV show. Okay. So, yeah, maybe I'm gonna give a chance to Spider Noir, but once again, when it's 1:30 a.m., 2 a.m., and I just need to watch something to rewind my brain, to just basically give myself some kind of rest, I cannot watch anything new, because anything new demands focus. And something that I have seen 25 times already, I can just watch and enjoy the moments that I enjoy. Do you mean that it's better for a TV series to air one episode a week? I do. For me as a YouTuber, as somebody who does reviews, it's not even in the same universe of better or not better. When a TV show is being released once a week, I have enough time to watch the episode, to analyze it, and to make a video about this, and have enough time to prepare for the next episode and even rest a little bit. When there is a TV show that basically releases, let's say, 8 episodes or 10 episodes in one day, there is no point for me. Like, think about this. Let's say I make a video about episode 1 of From of season 4, and it gets 60,000 views, which happened, which is amazing. There is absolutely no correlation that if I'm gonna make a video that's basically is a breakdown of all the 8 or 10 episodes, it's gonna get 10 times more views. Most likely it's gonna get the same amount of views, because this is just depends on how many people are interested in the TV show. So I'm gonna have to work 10 times more to get the same result, or even worse, or maybe just a little bit better. Not a very great formula as a YouTuber. I think you can see that, right? And especially it works with the TV shows like From, Silo, what else we have? Severance. When there is no book or whatever, or it's not an adaptation, or it's not just an entertainment kind of TV show. I think Spider Noir, I haven't seen it once, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to make a review of this, because probably Spider is kicking ass, and then he's just looking at something, and then he's kicking ass again, and then something bad happens because there's a bad guy, and then he's kicking ass again. And it's not like, I don't want to sound like too snobbish. I love those kind of TV shows. I love entertainment. I can watch those kind of TV shows without stop. And as a viewer, I definitely enjoy binging way more than waiting for a week. I mean, I think everybody, right? Like, when I know that I start to watch a TV show and it's been already like 4 or 5 seasons in, okay, so I'm not gonna have to wait too much. I'm just gonna watch with my pace. I can watch 2, 3, 4 episodes a day if I have the time for it. It's obviously way better. But as a YouTuber, it's not even a question. I would 10 out of 10 times choose a TV show that releases its episodes once a week to analyze and to make videos about, than a TV show that's been released on Netflix and you can binge all 8, 9, 10 episodes, because it doesn't, like, we've been talking about 1899, and when 1899 was releasing, I still didn't make English videos, but I was already doing my Russian videos channel. I decided that I'm gonna just watch an episode, analyze the episode, and then make a video about this. And I did it. So I'm making an episode 1 and I'm doing some predictions, and then I'm starting to watch. And in episode 3, like, I would find those glimpses in the episode when like something appears for like split a second, and I would find it and I would make predictions based on this discovery. And then in episode 3 or 4, we are seeing this moment, already not for a split second, like they showing us exactly what was like for a minute, whatever this is. So yeah, my prediction was true, but nobody gives a shit, because nobody was waiting for my episode 1 review, if they can actually watch episode 4 already. So you see what I'm saying? So as a YouTuber, no comparison. Of course, I prefer, being able to stay with you in the same area of knowledge. Like, you don't know more than me because you binged the TV show. The lake is definitely Blaw's lake as ChatGPT, and check the pictures it give you. The lake is the lake of tears. Check the legend. This is not a Blaw's lake. I can check it. Let's see Blaw's lake, but ChatGPT is definitely not a source of confirmation. The lake I've been telling you about, if you're gonna compare it to the images that we have seen in the master viewer, it's pretty much the same, like the mountains here, just the angle is a little different. But let's check Blaw's lake. All right, let's make it. You know what? I'm gonna make it already. Do all of those checks. I wrote it to myself. We're talking for an hour. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. You bought a super chat, and as I told you, thank you so much. $5. That's every donation counts right now. So let's see. Blaw's lake. Let's find drone view. See the images. I don't see mountains here. You see the image of, where is it? This, you can see the mountains here on the side. So I think it's not the Blawsy Lake, because Blawsy Lake, as far as I can see, it also have some kind of mountains, but it's no. Okay. Nah. I mean, no, you can see the shape. It has like this small entrance, and then it kind of gets widened. And this one doesn't have it. It's not the same, man. Even if the legend is interesting, but it's definitely not the same lake. Okay, but I do appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. What the fuck is it done? A funniest moment, even Boy doesn't know all the NPCs. Yeah, it was like, nobody gives a shit that poor Richard, what his name, died. Yeah. We have 115 people. People are coming back. We started with 60 people and now it's twice as much, so it's pretty cool. PM Philosophy, nice to see you again. I'm always happy to see you in my live chat. There's not gonna be a live stream when I'm gonna see you here, and I'm not gonna be excited about this. I love seeing my colleagues here in live stream. I think one of the things about YouTube, I don't see anybody as a competition. I see everybody as a colleague, hopefully. And another thing about YouTube is that most of the times you're not gonna meet your colleagues unless there's a live stream of some sort. Which is also not exactly meeting somebody like you working in the office. So I'm just excited, and now I can see the super chat. This is weird. Like, usually it's showing me it like. Anyway, greetings from Russian Federations. That's probably somebody from my subscribers on my Russian channel jumping in here. I hear it, but so I found where I stopped. I saw already theory that the knock during the diner scene in season 2, episode 2, when Randall had someone at gunpoint, was actually Julie's story walking. What? There was a knock there? I don't remember there was a knock there. Just Google strange looking bird. Yeah, super good. Personally think the web's winning. We read that. Do you mean it's better for a TV series? Talked about this. The man, I agree on that. All episodes in a supernatural, mysterious show doesn't allow you to have this moment of creating theories and thinking about it when you can binge a whole season. Lol, exactly. You'd like one of the things like people always complain about From being released once a week because they want to get some answers, and it's actually easier to watch From as a binge. But then, as a YouTube creator, for me, it would be a disaster if From would be released as a binge. I would probably not even review it. When Donna woke up, she looked terrified or at least confused, so something happened during her ND. Well, usually when you get a heart attack, you wake up not very happy. Sometimes you wake up without even any ability to move. My grandfather had, I think, a heart attack, which he survived, and then it took him, like, I think, half a year to recover. So not a pleasant experience. Hopefully no one will ever have to experience it ever again. Yeah, I don't think that Donna's heart attack was just a medical thing. She must have seen something really horrifying and interesting. The question is if she's going to share it with someone, if she's going to remember, and if she's going to be able to share it. As I told you, there's many times that people after heart attack need to learn to speak again. But no one died this season. It's weird. I mean, what are you talking about? Roger died. How are we going to live right now without Roger? With all those monsters are, the priest doesn't really count. Yeah, the priest also died. You see, I forgot about the priest. Thinking things into existence for good is actually what happened with the roots of the faraway trees. So I'm not opposed to the golem coming to life on the side of the townspeople. I'm not opposed to the golem coming to life. I'm opposed to probably how it's going to be created. Once again, I think it's going to be ridiculous. I mean, even during the night, where you can hide a lot of CGI fuck-ups. Like if you're watching a TV show or movie and there is some kind of a CGI scene during the night, you can assume that it's because they don't have that much money. Still, it kind of looked at some point like a little bit ridiculous. I want to say even ridiculous, but you can see the CGI is not that good. So yeah, I really don't want to see bad golem, that's gonna be like a CW TV show. Hopefully, I'm always holding my fingers for this TV show. I'm rooting for this TV show, even just from pragmatical point of view. The better it gets, the more views I get. So, but I also love this TV show, so I'm always rooting for it. And if I'm saying I don't want to see something, it's not because I don't want it to succeed. If they're gonna make a good scene with Golem, I'm gonna be the first one to applaud and say, give me more. If Donna is only able to die when Boyd says so, does that mean she's immortal? I don't think she's gonna die if Boyd said so. I think Boyd actually willed her to come back to life somehow. I don't know how. Maybe this place is like some kind of a layer between the dream world and the real world. I was always thinking that Fromville is like some kind of a fracture between the mystical world, the world that is being, controlled by the spirits, demons, angels, whatever you want to call it, and the real world. But maybe it's actually the dream world, not the spirits, but the dreams, where nightmares and dreams are actually come to life, or basically, just visualized somehow. Maybe possible. They're not exactly sleeping. It's just you can, some kind of similar to Freddy Krueger situation. Hello, Prince Igor. Like in song. Sounds familiar. Sounds like a metal song to me. Igor, I think that Donna has some skills like Man in Yellow, because when he mixed her blood, Donna feels this. What is Donna feeling about his blood? I'm not following you here. I'm single and recently been making a lot of TikTok since YouTube gives me 0 views. Not about TV shows though, cause I got sick of getting copyrighted. Well, I'm not a big fan of TikTok. And by the way, I'm usually not following anybody's love life because it's not my business, but it kind of feels like you had a boyfriend last time we were talking about this. So, his loss. And YouTube is giving you 0 views. It's, if you want YouTube to give you more views, you should ask yourself, who's your audience? Like, for whom you are making those videos. If you're making the videos for yourself, it's probably why you get 0 views. You need to understand for whom you are making those videos. Even if you're making it for yourself, you need to understand who are the people who are like you exactly. And then you need to ask yourself why they want to watch your videos. Why would they want to watch your videos? And then you need to make your video and your thumbnail and the name of the video, which will address that. So let's say if your audience is people who want to know how to throw up a great birthday party, so your thumbnails needs to be about birthday party with, I don't know, something that sparks mystery, something that tells them that in order for them to get the answer, they need to click on the video, like maybe a question mark or something like this, and the title that says like, I don't know, 5 different ways to make great birthday party without repeating yourself. Or I don't know, something in an edition you write like not from Reddit, or just basically not exactly my topic of expertise, but something that will tell the audience that this is not the same exact 5-10 advices that they have already seen many times. This is something original. And then in the beginning of your video, you need to give your audience a promise that they're gonna get whatever they actually clicked on. So you need a hook and you need a promise for the first minute of the video. So the hook is basically, once again, something like a feeling, emotion, like do you know, like, oh my, once again, you're sitting in front of the notepad and you're trying to write an idea for an extremely interesting birthday and you want to make it as special as possible, but you feel like you ran off any idea possible. You ask ChatGPT, you Google, you search on Reddit, and you see the same shit that you have seen before. So I prepared for you a list of 5 extremely interesting birthday parties that's gonna be that I guarantee you never seen on any Reddit list or any YouTube video, and it's gonna be super extremely original. It's gonna make your birthday party as the topic of conversation for everybody who's gonna visit it. Now you obviously need to deliver on the promise, which is definitely not easy. But you can use this formula on any topic, whatever this is, cooking channel, travel channel, movie, TV show channel, whatever this is. You understand who is your audience, you write to yourself, what do they want, why would they click on your video, and then you make your video about that. So it maybe sounds simple, it's definitely difficult, but once you understand the formula, once you understand how it works, it's just a matter of technique. And TikTok is pretty shit. If you're gonna get 1 million views, you're gonna earn still $0. So it's only like a boost of ego. And at some point, I think it gets tiring. I have my Russian TikTok channel and I have their videos for 1.5 million views, 2 million views. And it's nice, definitely. But once again, it's nothing other than just an ego boost, which is sometimes we need, obviously. But if you wanna create this, turn this into some sort of an income, something that is like part of a hobby. And right now we live in an era, I think, that everybody needs a secondary income, unless you're Jeff Bezos or some shit like this. So yeah, definitely YouTube. There is no competition here. I hope your baby feels better soon. I hope so too. Thank you so much. I mean, like, I'm definitely a helicopter parent, at least at this period of time, and like when he's feeling under the weather, it's like, what happens when blood is added to alcohol? What kind of spell is this? Well, there's many different things about blood. I mean, in the whole history of human race, so many mythologies and lore and whatever you want to call it that somehow revolves around blood. You can basically find whatever you want. Just like with Jade was talking about the remains, like whatever you can think. Every mythology has something connected to remains, because, you know, death is mysterious and we still don't know what happens with us after we die. I mean, either we really, you know, go to heaven, hell, we're being reincarnated, or there's absolutely nothing there, just, you know, blackness and nothing. So, yeah, obviously because of that, there's a lot of things around that. Wait and see when he's gonna be a teenager. You'll be worshiping the diaper, Sarah. I was just talking to my wife about this. Like I remember bragging about the first months. I was like, I mean, it's pretty difficult, but waking up once or twice during the night when he cries, but I don't feel like that it's hard. I mean, I'm managing pretty good, and I'm like, Evan was going to sleep at 8 p.m. for the first year and waking up around 9 a.m., 10 a.m. And he was basically just laying there. He's not even crawling. So it's just change the diaper, give him something like in his mouth, or either it's milk or a boob, or I don't know, just this pacifier. Sing him a song, hold him in your arms. That's it. And now there's this little energy ball that's been running around from every room, and you just chasing him. But I love walking with him. I mean, it's not exactly the easy part. It's not like going out with a friend and you drink a coffee or a cup of beer and you discuss whatever happened with you, but because it's still, you're doing kid stuff, right? But you're doing kid stuff with your child, and I don't know whether it's biological or something else. Seeing my son smiling is amazing. It's like the best thing I have ever experienced in my life. But seeing my son smiling or being happy because I did something, like I took him on the slide and we slide together and now he's happy. This is even like levels beyond that. This is me being in top of the mountain, on Mount Olympus. I like happiness on steroids, like time x 1000. So yep. Anyway, you definitely didn't gather here to talk about my sound, so let's move on to the chat. Later watch the episode a minute before the live drop. We'll check it out later. Check my video after that, you're gonna love it. Bloody Sophia instead of Bloody Mary. You know, it also Bloody Sophia, Bloody Sophia, Bloody Sophia. Hopefully nothing's gonna happen to me. Fingers crossed. I had a problem keeping the job due to my medical issue. I had a health scare and they didn't give a shit. Well, usually this is the world, the business corporate world, so yeah. The blood should have discarded the potato vodka, so was it just so Henry wouldn't notice, or more to it? I probably just, didn't really put too much thought into it during the production process. We don't know past of Donna other than her sister. We are probably gonna see her past in future episodes. Maybe. I would definitely be for it. I think it gives you an edge here because you have a parent's point of view for From. Well, this is interesting because when I started to watch From, Evan was not even in plans. Maybe, just talking about this at some point, we're gonna have kids, and now he's a year and a half. So interesting. So that's definitely, I have a different perspective looking at. I wouldn't say completely different, but yeah, different. Okay, I'm starting to feel that my mouth is getting tired, so we're probably gonna wrap up soon. You guys have a Discord? Yeah, I do have a Discord. It's usually in every description of every video that I post, so if you want to find it, you will be able to find it. Okay, so let me already skim through the chat, see Ethan said there's a lake of tears. It was drawn on the wall. What if find the lake of tears? Find the drawing in the creeps. Maybe Jim sent Ethan to the same place Jade's going. Maybe drawing. Oh my God, there's so many. I'm not gonna be able to answer everything here. Yes, the Dreamcatcher. I don't know what you were talking about. The Dreamcatcher, I was just thinking about the live stream. Before the live stream, season 1, we have the Dreamcatcher, the gift to Fatima. There's definitely here a connection here. I mean, we're getting more and more dreams. And the Dreamcatcher, legend says it was made by the spider. I think Iktomi, the spider god. So, yeah, interesting. Definitely very interesting. Okay. What about the scene with Randall and Elgin? It's just, you know, showing us the development of both of the characters. If you remember the first time we meet them, they're basically fighting. Elgin is puking on Randall's t-shirt, and Randall is telling him that he's a freak, and now both of them are pretty much the same. They pretty much disfigured already, even though I would argue that Randall is in a better place than Elgin, unfortunately. Okay, so everybody, it's been almost an hour and a half, and I'm actually pretty tired. Once, as usual, I want to apologize to everybody who I didn't answer. This is not because I want to ignore your comment. It's just I'm just one person, and I'm not able when there's like 100 people. Unfortunately, I'm gonna miss some things. But as usual, if you think that you have something very interesting to write about, I cannot promise you anything, but as usual on Tuesday, I'm gonna release a video. Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll see how it's gonna work out, but preferably on Tuesday, I'm gonna release a video with my favorite, most interesting comments under my review. So go to the review of the episode 6, write some theory, whatever this is. Usually if it's an interesting one, if it's a good one, if it's a new one, we're gonna discuss that in the video. So whatever you didn't get in the live stream, hopefully you're gonna get in this video. And that's it. Thank you so much. Like last Sunday, the only reason I didn't do the live stream, it was not because the episode is not released. It's, as I told you, it's because my mom visited, so I just wanted to spend as much time with her as possible. And next Sunday, and next Sunday, and the Sunday after that, and the Sunday after that, hopefully we're gonna have our Sunday night diners, and we're gonna discuss from Widow's Bay. Silo is coming. Maybe I'm gonna check out Sugar with Colin Farrell if it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna add to my portfolio. Hell yeah, hopefully this is something that you will like. I'm gonna see everybody tomorrow. Hopefully there's gonna be a teaser. So as usual, I'm gonna make a breakdown of the teaser. So hopefully tomorrow another video. Meanwhile, I love you all, and I'm gonna